What's up, everybody? So we're here at the swap meet. I woke up kind of late today. It's like eight something right now. So we just ended up going to the rubidoux swap meet. I usually score some pretty good stuff here when I come later. So yeah, let's go out there and see if we can find anything good.
Eso es para la pintura, mi amigo. Se lo deja bien brillosito, para la pintura. Lo que lo protege es para lijarlo, como para pulirlo, la plastilina. No, te llevas ese martillo, mi amigo, está nuevecito. Está bueno. Esa la doy en 25 minutos, está nuevecita y trabaja bien. Es de grapa. Trabaja bien, mi amiga. Ya la calé. ¿Quiere una bolsita, mi amigo? Ahí le van dos bolsitas, mire. Le van a hacer una foto, Andrés, pues. El carnicero. Tanta las vaquitas que matamos, pobre animalito de la carrera y él acabó.
Así se lo voy a
Ah, sí.
I fallen. I fallen on you.
Se lo hubieran cobrado que le hizo esa maldad.
Yeah, it's like a minty box.
Hello.
Hello. How much for the Super Nintendo?
I tried to sell everything 75.
75. No game. Alright guys, we're all done at the swap meet. Pretty cool stuff. I got a stack of NES games for 20 bucks and a PS2 and a GameCube game for $5. So pretty good stuff. Not bad. The NES games came from a reseller there, but he always hooks me up on price, so pretty good stuff. Some uncommon games. I mean, they're not like super high value, but definitely uncommon. I got them like $3 each, and he kind of threw one in there. So yeah, pretty good deal, man. So I'm on my way home right now. Get everything together and show you guys what I got. What's up, everybody? So all done with the swap meet stuff. Pretty good day at the swap meet. Found a few things. I got 2 GameCube and a stack of NES, so pretty good. I'm happy with it. And then same day after the swap meet, I, doing what I do, looking on Craigslist, and I found it had no pictures, really no description, no nothing, and it just said SNES bundle and Atari bundle, $130 or best offer. So I emailed the guy, asked him to send me pictures, and he sends me like a really like bland like picture of this tub with all this game stuff in it. So I was like, all right, well, let me come take a look. So I'll show you what I picked up from there after I show you the swap meet stuff. But I mean, it's amazing. It was an amazing bundle. All right, so jumping into the swap meet stuff. First find. I walk up, and this is a guy. They usually have video games. Most of the time, it's like Game Boy Advance and Game Boy games, and they're kind of retail prices. So I never really pick any of those up. But they did have some PS2, GameCube, and Xbox games. And his prices weren't so bad, so for $3 each, I got a PS2 and a GameCube game. First, for the PS2, we got Godzilla Unleashed, and it's complete in like fantastic condition. And second, I didn't have this one in my, well actually I had the disc only, but my disc doesn't work, it's all scratched. So now I got it complete for the GameCube, Need for Speed Underground. It's the player's choice, but I mean it's cool. It's, I remember having so much fun with this game when it first came out, so pretty happy to have that one in my collection. The disc is in really nice condition. It's almost mint. There's one little scuff on it, but it plays good, so that's all I care about. So $3 each. Actually, no, $5 for both of them. 2 for $5. So pretty good deal on that one. All right, next, this is another reseller, and I guess he just got in like a few boxes full of NES and different games and stuff. So he let me look through them. There was a couple I didn't get. Like we were trying to haggle the price, and he immediately looked it up on his phone. And one game, like I didn't know nothing about the game, but it was kind of valuable, I guess. So he kept that one. But I got a pretty good stack of games for $20. Not a bad deal. All right. First, and I didn't have any of these in my collection, so. First one is Bump and Jump, and the label on the top is kind of messy, but like I said, I didn't have any of these in my collection, so and I was getting them for a pretty good deal, especially coming from a reseller. Second, Dragon Spirit, the New Legend. We've got a Bad Street Brawler. This one's kind of fun. I mean, it's kind of, I don't know, kind of one of those ones. It was pretty cool. I played it for a little while. And Back to the Future 2, Part 2 and 3. I love the movies, not so much the game. And this one's got really freaking sweet cover art. Really sweet. Dr. Chaos. I love the cover art on that one. That's probably the sickest one. And then this one also. Dino Wars. And none of these games, I mean, they're all, they're probably all around the $5 to $10 range. So I definitely got a pretty good deal. This game is kind of cool. I mean, I played it for a little bit, but it's not, none of these games are like, oh my god. And then this last one, this one's obviously a good one right here. And this is probably the best one of the lot. Dig Dug 2. So, I mean, still not like a super super valuable game, but still pretty cool. But yeah, 20 bucks for the stack, so not a bad deal. You know, like I said, especially coming from a reseller. So yeah, that was all that I found at the swap meet at rubidoux. I mean, still pretty good though for how late I came. So not a bad day. Probably not as great as last weekend at the other swap meet, but I definitely didn't spend as much. So and I got some pretty good stuff for my collection. Okay, now this is pretty epic right here. This lot is amazing, absolutely amazing. So I go through. I emailed the guy and he emailed me back a picture. I email him my number, tell him to text me whenever I can come. He texts me right away his address. It's actually right down the street from my house. So I head right over there. I get there, go in, and he's got the box sitting in his living room. And I immediately go for the Super Nintendo stuff. And I start looking through it and just notice, wow, there's some amazing games in here. Amazing games. I wasn't too interested in the Atari. Just, the price or whatever kind of wasn't there for me. So I passed on the Atari, but I mean, he had a bunch of other game stuff he was selling, and some of it was for the Wii U. He was trying to sell his whole Wii U. So he brings out some of the games for the Wii U. I'll show you the Wii U games first, and he's got some pretty good ones that I wanted. So all together for both lots, or for both things, I got 2 Wii U games and the whole Super Nintendo lot for 60 bucks. I mean, that's like buying 1 Wii U game. So the 2 Wii U games I got, and this deal I did right after I bought the Super Nintendo. I got the Super Nintendo lot for 40, and then he sold me these 2 games for 20. So 60 bucks total is amazing. But the first one, Super Smash Bros. I mean, getting that one for 10 bucks, that's an awesome deal. And then this one just barely came out, Mario Party 10, and it came with the amiibo. So, I mean, to get these 2 games for 20 bucks, that's amazing. And you can't even get one of them for 20 bucks. And I got both of them. I mean, I've been looking for Smash Bros for sure. I didn't have that one, and I wanted that one a lot, but I just didn't really want to spend the $60 to buy it new or even used at that point. So yeah, getting those both games for 20 bucks, amazing. I mean, that's, paying 60 bucks for both of them would still be really good. Okay. Now, the Super Nintendo lot. It just, when I started looking at some of the titles, it just blew me away. Like, I was like, wow, there's, this is some good stuff right here. So first, we've got the Super Nintendo. It's yellowed on the top. No big deal. It works really good though. And then it didn't come with any controllers, but I got both, both the cables and stuff. And then just stacks and stacks and stacks of games. There's quite a bit here. Let me see. 22 games total. And I mean, there's some pretty hard to find titles in here. I mean, not like super valuable. I think the most valuable game in here is like $50. Yeah, I think it's that one. But yeah, it's still, I mean, that's amazing. There's a lot of, $30 games in here, $20 games in here. So to get this lot for 40 bucks. All right, let me start going through some of these. A lot of these have stickers, but some of them I didn't bother trying to take off because I'm not going to keep them. I already had them in my collection. So first we've got Desert Strike. I have that copy like mint. So Dr. Franken, Super Battleship, Nigel Mansell's World Championship Racing. And we've got Mortal Kombat 3. This is probably the worst condition game in there. Most of the rest are really nice. Like, a lot of them need new backs, but the fronts are the more important part. Killer Instinct, Vegas Stakes, and then 2 that I obviously already have in my collection, but still really good ones, obviously, to come with the Super Nintendo. We've got Super Mario World and The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. So those are some pretty good ones. Now I'm gonna start getting into a little bit better games. The rest of these games I didn't have in my collection, so I'm bulking up my collection pretty good right now. Okay, we've got D-Force, Mech Warrior, Excalibur 2097, and then these 2 are kind of valuable. We've got Raiden Trad and Arcana. It's got a little label damage at the top, but still fairly nice label. A little bit of glue will fix that right up. Okay, let's see here. Populous. Okay, and then we've got Earth Defense Force. I think you say that like Zardion or Exardion or something like that. Pretty cool right there. Doomsday Warrior. Here's some of the better ones. These are probably the best ones in the lot. We've got the 7th Saga, Super Valis 4, and then these last 2 are the most valuable ones. Rock and Roll Racing, pretty obscure right there. I've never seen this game. I've never seen a lot of these games in the wild. So when I saw a lot of them, I just, I was blown away. And then this is the game that's probably worth around $45, $50, Shadowrun. So pretty cool right there. Like I said, $60 for the lot. Amazing deal. I'm super stoked about it. Just getting the Wii U games, that's a good deal for that. I've been I still need Mario Kart 8. That's probably the one last game that I really want for the Wii U. But amazing deal, amazing. I thought getting just this couple stacks or whatever at the swap meet was pretty good for the day, but finding this Super Nintendo, wow, couldn't believe it. And I was one of I was one of the first people to hit him up on Craigslist. And luckily, his ad wasn't very great. There was no pictures, there was no description. It just said he had bundles and he wanted to sell them. So, I mean, even if it doesn't look right or it looks fake or whatever, just hit him up anyways. Because there's been multiple times where I've hit somebody up on Craigslist and it looked like a scam ad or whatever, and it ended up being real. So, you never know. I mean, I definitely hit the jackpot right here. But yeah, pretty good weekend. Really good weekend. I had some amazing finds on Saturday. Amazing finds today. So really good. I'm totally happy with it. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys. So thumbs up the video, comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching. See you next time.